Good morning. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes? Thank you, Brock. What a privilege it is to be able to celebrate the men, women, and families that have given back to our country, and also be able to showcase some amazing student talent this morning. Today's Veterans Day. It's a very important day, and we're taking some time out of our day to celebrate that. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you right now to please put away your cell phones. This is not a long program, and please be a respectful audience. I'd also like you to please stand, because we are about to go through the Star Spangled Banner.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated.
temptation held them back, they were proud to take a stand. They left their friends and family, they gave up normal life. To serve their country and their God, they plowed into the strife. They fought for freedom and for peace on strange and foreign shores. Some lost new friends, some lost their lives in long and brutal wars. Other veterans answered a call to support the ones who fought. Their country had requirements for the essential skills they brought. We salute every one of them, the noble and the brave, the ones still with us here today, and those who rest in the grave. So here's to our country's heroes, they're a cut above the rest. Let's give the honor that is due to our country's very best.
On behalf of the music department and Woodward-Granger schools, I'd like to thank everyone for coming down tonight and everyone that's tuning in online. I just want to share a quick story. My grandfather, who is 96 years old, still alive, living in Knoxville, Iowa, tells so many stories about World War II. And we probably all have family members here today that have served or are serving in the military. If you have family members that are currently right now serving, like myself, I have a cousin and an uncle that is still in the military. Would you just politely raise your hand? Because we would like to just recognize that everything about Veterans Day touches us in a way that we don't necessarily always know or see. Big and tall, everyone, because there's a lot of your friends and your peers and your staff and your teachers and administration that are affected by veterans and the military and all the wonderful, awesome things that they do. I will always treasure those times when I could talk to my grandfather about World War II, and he was in France and in Germany and did all that awesome and courageous stuff. And then one more thing, because I know we have Dave Schmelzer, who is a veteran as well. So if we can all give him a round of applause. You can come out a little further so everyone can see you. I know in the past that we've had a couple others. Did I miss anybody that's on our staff that's part of veterans? I didn't think so, but I just wanted to make sure. So again, thank you everyone for coming down, and then we'll have the concert play. Thank you. Better? My name is Andrew Hopper. I'm one of the social studies teachers here at Woodward-Granger, and Mrs. Solman and Mr. Willer asked me to take a few minutes to kind of talk a little bit about what today means. I've personally got a number of family members and friends that have served and are currently serving in the armed forces, so for me today was a little bit of a time to kind of just think about the sacrifices that they've made, the families have made for the betterment of all of us. I also often find hard times to come across the right words, but I did come across a quote that I think fits very well with today. I thought it important that we gather as a city and remember those that we've lost. When I think about all the people that we've lost, we remember the choices that we were forced to make in light of those tragedies. Some choices were easy, but the important choices, the choices that were worth making, they were hard. And the hard choices require bravery. Fortunately, we live in the land of the free and the home of the brave, and we don't run from hard choices. We rise up and we face tomorrow together. I'm not sure that the terms hard choices and bravery are more synonymous than with our men and women in the armed forces in uniform. Therefore, today, we not only recognize the brave men and women who served and have served in the armed forces, but around the world, but to also recognize the significance of November 11th as Armistice Day. To give a very brief historical lesson for just a minute, because I'm a historical nerd like that, Armistice Day is coming in for as Veterans Day, or as Remembrance Day, but the original term actually comes from the end of World War I. Armistice Day was the signing of an armistice to stop the fighting between Allied powers and the German powers at the end of World War I. It took effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918. Then, in 1954, President Eisenhower officially renamed the holiday to Veterans Day to honor all those who serve and are currently serving in our military. 1 year after the original armistice was signed, the formal Treaty of Versailles was signed, formally ending the Great War. This historic treaty is not only an important piece of our American history, but also in the history of the world, as many other countries also celebrate a holiday similar to today as well. Many of you may have or know someone that you've lost in significance to past wars. Maybe a grandparent or a great-grandparent who served in two world wars, to a brother, sister, mother, or father that has served in the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. Those who serve not only deserve our respect that they have earned, but also deserve our thanks. They readily made the choice to join our military. They had hard choices in front of them every day while serving. They served and continue to serve bravely in the armed forces around the world. Veterans Day not only reminds us that we need to remember to take care of the men and women who serve, but to also remember that we do live in the land of the free and the home of the brave because of them. We would also be remiss to not thank the families of these brave men and women who may have to give up time with their loved ones when serving overseas. In a world as chaotic as ours, that is often filled with violent actions and violent words, Veterans Day is a reminder that every once in a while, we need to lay down the weapons, shut down the phones and social media, and agree to just take time and sit back to give thanks to those that protect and serve that allow us the freedoms that we have. Thank you.